What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of Bloodstock 2024.
Well, here's Bjorn from the Night Flight Orchestra.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I love the hat. Absolutely phenomenal. Just
Yeah, it's a Monty. It's like the summer Monty. So it's like it's breathing.
Okay. Yeah. We love that. Incredible. How's your son?
Yeah, there's also Monty that's like a winter Monty. Kangol. But yeah, I don't recommend doing that on a day like this, especially.
It's been unbelievable. I think this UK weather a bit like, what the fuck is that in the sky?
I mean, every time I've been here, it's been super hot.
Really?
Every time, yeah. So I don't know if we...
Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you. Yeah. Come back more, Bjorn.
Yeah, okay,
Come back more.
Right. Yeah.
I know you're not an actual pilot, but still, just bring us on with you. Fly over here, and you're all good. It'd be
I think I
absolutely
can deal with that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
We'd appreciate it massively.
Cool. Thanks. I can do
That's
that.
all right. No.
Yeah.
You can fit it now, it's on camera, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. It's like a contract.
How was main stage? How was the set? How's it all been for you today?
It's been really, really good. Like I mentioned from stage 2 years ago, we were in that tent.
Yeah.
And kind of closed the whole festival. I remember I saw on the bill it was Lamb of God playing the big stage here, main stage, and I was like, I mean, people are gonna go home after that. No, they did not. They went into that tent and it was on. It was insane. So for me, it was like, how do we top this? You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to do, and especially on a really hot day like this, sun in your face. You know, it's going to limit your energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slightly, but we did everything we could, and man, the crowd was really good.
Yeah. I think the good thing about Bloodstock, though, isn't it? I think that no matter what time you play, no matter how hot it is, no matter how drunk people are,
yeah, people are definitely there. They're going to turn up. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a UK crowd for you, I think. No matter, they're going to fucking bring it. So,
brilliant.
But compared to a Night Flight Orchestra show, to a festival set, do you change the set list up accordingly, or do you have like a set list used for all festivals?
No, I mean we for each and every show. I mean, when you're on a tour, like a full European tour or whatever. I mean, we usually have the same set. We might change a few songs here and there, but when we do festivals, you know, sometimes you have 60 minutes, sometimes you have 90, sometimes you have 45, sometimes you have 35. So we like to change it around and. I don't know. Today it was tough. It was 45 minutes. How do you squeeze, that many albums into 45?
Well, yeah.
I mean, of course you have to focus on the later albums.
Yes.
But you also want the good old gems to be in there, and things that work live. And sometimes you just don't know. Some things we toured South America this spring. It's like, we don't know what works in South America, but we can only guess,
Yeah.
And most of it was working. We changed things around. It's like, oh, that was a better song to do here. It's like, oh, but that one didn't work in Chile, in Santiago. I was like, oh, but it worked really good in Buenos Aires and Argentina. I mean, there's no way you can know until you've done it. But I mean, I think I have a pretty good picture of what our UK crowd like, and I think we had a pretty good set today, and people seem to enjoy it. So I mean,
that's good.
We're here to entertain.
Exactly, yes. Absolutely. That's what you did. As a podcast, we are ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie and the story?
Yes, I am aware. I am aware. I read about it, and it's I think it's a great thing that in remembrance. It's just insane, the whole story. It made me so sad, but at the same time I'm so happy to see somebody doing something such a beautiful thing out of it, and making it a thing where people can donate, and that it gets a lot of attention. So I think you're doing a really good job.
Thank you. But obviously, we're talking to artists this weekend because we all are a part of this big alternative community.
Yeah.
Trying to find out whether you've had like stereotypes or assumptions put upon you because you are part of this community. Have you had that where someone's just assumed something bad about you because the music you listen to, the way you're dressed, you got tattooed, whatever it may be?
Well, now I'm like, I
was gonna say.
I have two bands. Well, I got more, but you know, two touring bands, and obviously I'm a part of Soilwork as well. And what comes to mind is like this was more back in the day, but it's like there was like, you know, used to be these forums where people were discussing things, and there was a Japanese forum, and somebody saw me because for a while I was living in Kyoto in Japan.
Okay.
And somebody saw me at an ice cream stand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they were like, their whole picture of me was just crushed. The singer of Soilwork eating ice cream? I cannot believe it.
What the fuck?
I thought he was eating raw meat for breakfast. You know, it's like, so that became a thing. It's like, oh my God, the singer of Soilwork eating ice cream. That's so cute, but I don't know what to make of it. You know, it's like, he's not supposed to do that. Anyway, I think we've come a long way since then. That's just stupid. But I don't know. I never really felt, I mean, because I think this has been the ultimate test. Me starting the Night Flight Orchestra in 2010 and doing something completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gotten a lot more shit thrown at me than I have, and I expected it to, and I wouldn't have cared because it was something that I needed to do, and it's such a beautiful thing. I get best of both worlds, you know, with these bands. You know, it's completely different music styles, but it's I think it really represents me in a really good way, you know. So but I expected a lot more complaints. It's like, come on, it's like, stop doing that bullshit Night Flight or whatever and go back to Soilwork and do the metal thing. There's probably people thinking that for sure, but I expected a lot more shit thrown at me. Didn't get it, and I appreciate you, everyone. Thanks for bearing with me, trying to be in two different worlds at the same time. Yeah.
I just can't get over the idea of people being mind blown that you'd eat ice cream. It's absolutely baffling to me.
Yeah.
There we are. But obviously, when we were growing up and when Sophie was attacked, the world now in 2024, it's a very different place. It's a whole new landscape out there.
It is, yeah.
Do you think it's easier to be part of this alternative community now than it was back then?
Hard to say. I mean, it's like, as a musician, you know, you see one part of it. Obviously, you know, I go to festivals, and I like to actually do that, you know, to sometimes it's so nice to go with your friends who are non-musicians. They're just fans.
Yeah.
Go to festivals. It's like, you know what? I can just be here today, drink a couple of beers, and I don't have to play. It's like, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Nice to be on the other side of the fence. But I don't know what it's like here, but it's back in Sweden. It's as soon as it's like rock metal, you know. There's no fights, there's no rape, there's none of that bullshit. As soon as it's turning a little bit commercial and people go there to actually pick up girls or boys or whatever, you know, they're picking up. That's the prestige. As soon as the prestige comes in, that's when you're in trouble. You know, people are not there for the music, and that's. I mean, this is what we're seeing here. People are here for the music mainly,
absolutely.
But of course, just like everybody else, it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this band and this band and this band and this band. You end up watching one of those bands, and you sit here drinking instead.
Yeah.
But at least there was an aim from the beginning to actually, you know, and that's all that matters. It's just human, you know. But at least we're not, you know.
Absolutely.
Here to, I'm sure people go here to pick up a date too, but you know what I mean. It's a different scenario. Yeah.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, bringing it back to yourself, the last Night Flight album was 2021. Is there new music on the way?
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff brewing. Let me tell you.
Brewing. Good
So
work.
you'll hear some new stuff within a near future, and we should get a proper UK tour as well. So.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
bring the good weather with you again. That'd be great.
Yeah, maybe I do that. Even in November, it's like 30 degrees in November.
okay.
No
Yeah, yeah,
problem. Sounds great.
Contractually
Yep,
obligated now.
Yep. Yep.
No, thank you so much for taking the
Thank
time out
you.
to talk to
Thank
me.
you,
It means
Chris.
you absolutely well. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
From you as well.
Thank you.